So obviously the big thing is the new characters. So they're kind of a big gameplay addition. So each of the characters has been built from the ground up with gameplay in mind. You've got Oddsock, who's the fast one. You kind of make really fast-paced kind of levels with it. You've got Toggle, who's got some interesting kind of physical powers. He can be big, he can pull stuff around, he can be small and walk on water. And then you've got Swoop, who again offers a really unique gameplay experience. You can fly through the level. Again, it still ties into the physics, so you can like pick things up, grab characters, grab sponges, grab bombs. You can do lots of crazy stuff. They can customize the characters as well quite heavily, so these are just a starting base. So that was one of the main kind of new additions we've added to LVP3 to expand those kind of possibilities. You've got a lot more depth in the game now. So whereas before you had 3 layers, now you've got 16 layers of kind of area to build, so you can do a lot of crazy stuff with that. In the story mode, we use the layers for that level layout, so you get some really interesting kind of intertwined layout. But obviously, for create mode, you could kind of do what you want. You could like use the layers to build 3D top-down scenes, and you could go wild with it. The other thing as well is worth mentioning is on PS4, your old level is going to look even more awesome on the PS4 in 1080p. So everything's going to kind of get a bit of a graphical kind of upgrade automatically. This level is actually, it will be in the game, it'll be a bit modified, but this level has been kind of built from the ground up to showcase all the characters' abilities and kind of the co-op nature of how you can kind of combine them. In the main game, you will play as different characters. It's a main part of the story, but you will all in multiplayer you'll all play as the same character. Sackboy has had quite a lot of tweaks. We've tried to really eliminate the floatiness without kind of breaking the feel of LVP. That sounds strange, but it's kind of when you're grabbing something, you still want to kind of have the nice kind of floaty feel, and you don't want it to kind of feel as snappy as like when you're jumping. So, but yeah, hopefully you'll notice the kind of how much more snappy it is. It's a bit more. He's a bit faster as well. So yeah, we've tried to really kind of work on that aspect of Sackboy. Obviously, new characters as well. They've kind of been built from the ground up with gameplay in mind. So they are kind of hopefully really good play experiences from the off. In terms of your create space at the minute, we want to maintain backwards compatibility, so you will have the same amount of building space in terms of thermometer and stuff like that. So obviously it'll run better, so you'll have better frame rates in your levels. So if you're really pushing the PS3 version to its limits now, the PS4 will give you a lot more to play with. So I think one of the cool things is that the characters are just a starting point. So you can, as a creator, you can take one of those characters and you can heavily modify it, and you can pretty much make your own character in a real simple way. So we've before you could do it with Statbots, but now we've kind of really simplified that process so you can build a level with your own character really easily. So I think creators are really going to kind of go wild with that and build some really cool stuff. So LVP3 launches PS4 November.